Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. In this video, I will solve another practice test paper number 2 which I have prepared on the chapter lines and angles. If you have not watched the previous video where I solved the practice test paper 1, I highly suggest that you watch that video also to have a good practice of a wide range of problems on the chapter lines and angles. And in this practice test paper 2 also, I will solve 15 MCQ questions. Ideally, you should try to solve these questions yourself first in 45 minutes. And if you are stuck at any problem, only then you watch this video for my solution. So this video is part of the playlist CBSE Mathematics for class 7 following the textbook of author R.S. Aggarwal. And if you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed, I will highly suggest and request you to please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future video. So let's start with this video. Let's start solving the problems. I have the question paper test or practice test paper 2 on the left hand side. I hope you can see it properly, and on the right hand side I will solve the problems. Okay, so let's start solving the problems. The first problems, there is a figure. It says that problem number 1. It says that in the figure above, in the above figure, lines AB and CD intersect at the point O. Okay, so AB and CD are lines, straight lines. They intersect at the point O. Angle BOC is given to be 140 degree. Angle BOC is given to be 140 degree. Angle BOD is given to be x degree. Angle AOE is given to be equal x degree, and angle EOF equals to y degree, and also angle DOF equals to y degree. Okay, so find the value of the ratio x is to y. X is to y. Okay, so whenever always remember, whenever there are two lines intersecting at a point is concerned, always try to see the vertically opposite angles. The first thing, always look for that, what that vertically opposite angles are equal, how is it helping to solve your problem. And then always remember that when there is a straight line and a ray is incident, or a ray is standing on that line at a point. For example, in this figure, on the line AB at the point O, we have the rays EO, FO, and DO. So sum of all the angles on one side of a straight line should be equal to 180 degree. These two things you have to keep in mind. So now angle BOC is 140 degree. Now we can clearly see that angle BOC and angle BOD are linear pair of angles, because CD is the straight line, and the ray OB is standing on the straight line CD at the point O. So definitely the angle BOC and angle BOD are linear pair of angles. This implies their sum should be equal to 180 degree. So we must have angle BOC plus angle BOD equals to 180 degree. Now angle BOC is given to be 140 degree. So we have 140 degree plus angle BOD. Now angle BOD is being referred as X. Angle BOD is being referred as angle X. So we have 140 degree plus X degree equals to 180 degree. Now this implies, I'm ignoring the degrees, this implies X equals to 180 minus 140, that is equal to 40. So that is X equals to 40 degree. Okay, what else is given? X is given to be 40 degree. Okay. Now also, so this implies that angle AOE is given to be x. So this is also equal to angle 40 degree. Angle AOE is equal to 40 degree. Angle BOD is also 40 degree. Now we can clearly see that since AB is a straight line and at the point O we have the rays EO, FO and OD. So this implies rays OE, OF and OD are standing on the line AB at the point O. So this implies some of these angles should be 180 degree because they are making angle. These are all angles on the one side of the straight line AB, that is on the upper part of the straight line AB at the same point O. So this implies we must have x plus y plus y plus x equals to 180 degree. Okay, so this implies we must have twice of x plus y equals to 180 degree. This implies, I am omitting the degree, x plus y equals 90. Now this implies this implies y equals to 90 minus x. This equals to 90 minus x we have already found to be 40. So this is 50. So x is to y is 40 is to 50. This is equal to 4 is to 5. 4 is to 5. So the answer should be choice. Answer is choice B. B is the correct answer. Choice B is the correct answer. The ratio is x is to y is 4 is to 5. So while I am solving the problem, you can pause the video and take a screenshot of the solution for your future reference. Okay, let's do problem number 2. Problem number 2 says if 1/3 of an angle is complementary to angle 50 degree, then the supplementary to the angle is, if 1/3 of an angle is complementary to angle 50. Now let the angle be x degree. Now complementary to 50 degree is equal to, we know complementary angles are angles whose sum is 90 degree. So if one is x degree, the other angle has to be 90 minus x. So complementary to 50 degree is 90 minus 50 degree. This is equal to 40 degree. Now it is saying that 1/3 of an angle, okay, the angle we have assumed to be x, so 1/3 means x by 3, is complementary to angle 50. So complementary to angle now the angle complementary to 50 is 40 degree. This implies x by 3 is 40. This implies x equals 40 into 3, that is 120, and there is no choice for 120. Let me see. If 1/3 of an angle is complementary to angle 50, then the supplementary to the angle, the supplementary to the angle is, okay. So x is 120 degree. Now, so supplementary to x, that is 120 degree, is equal to 180 degree minus 120 degree, because we know supplementary angles are angles whose sum is 180 degree. So if x is an angle, then its supplementary angle will be 180 minus x. So the supplementary angle of 120 degree is 180 degree minus 120 degree, because x is 120 degree. This is equal to 60 degree. So the answer is choice B. Okay, let's do question number 3. Okay, question number 3 says, how many linear pair of angles can be formed from a given obtuse angle? How many linear pair of angles can be formed from a given obtuse angle? Obtuse angle. We know that obtuse angle is something like this. If we have a straight line AB, let's say, and we have a point O. So an obtuse angle is an angle which is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. So if this is, say, OC, let's say OC is perpendicular to AB, or OC is perpendicular to OB, then an obtuse angle could be something like this, OD. So this is an obtuse angle. So how many linear pair of angles can be formed from a given obtuse angle? From a given obtuse angle, linear pair. So BOD is an obtuse angle. BOD is an obtuse angle. Of course, we can make the angle. Let's say only now consider only this. Consider only OB. So we have an angle. We have an angle BOD. This angle. This is obtuse angle. Let's say this BX. So we know that x is greater than 90 but less than 180 degree. Now x can be anything, any value between 90 and 180, that is greater than 90 and less than 180. So this is an obtuse angle. Now it is asking how many linear pair of angles can be formed from a given obtuse angle. So how many angles we can create that will make with the angle BOD a linear pair. A linear pair means they are on the same side of the straight line. They are on the same side of the straight line. Now, if x is the angle, then of course, I can extend OD. I can create an opposite ray, a ray opposite to OD. That is something like this, where let's say this is D dash. So OD dash is opposite to ray OD dash is opposite to ray OD. So definitely then, and let's say this angle be Y. So X and Y are linear pair of angles. Since DOD is a straight line, now DOD is a straight line and B and OB is a ray incident on the straight line DOD dash. So therefore X and Y are linear pair of angles. This is one possibility of having an angle Y which will be linear to X. So how many more such Y angles can we create? We can extend B, since B is approximately horizontal, so we can create another ray which is opposite to OB. Say, let's say this is OB dash, which OB dash ray is opposite to ray OB. So we can clearly see that this angle Z is also the Z and X are also linear pair of angles, because BOB, B dash OB is a straight line, and the ray OD is incident or is standing on the straight line B dash OB. So therefore, X and Z are also linear pair of angles. Now, can we make any more angles? It is asking how many linear pair of angles can be formed. We have already found two pair of linear angles. I mean, two pair of angles which are linear to X. Can we make any more? I don't think so. This can be no, I don't think so. So I think there are two pairs of linear angles. I mean, from a given obtuse angle, we can create two pair of linear angles. I'm not sure, but as far as my knowledge is concerned, I think we can only create two angles which will be a linear pair to X. So in my opinion, the answer is B. I'm not sure. Let's see question number 4. Question number 4 has a figure. It says, in the above figure, lines PQ and RS intersect at the point O. So PQ is a straight line, RS is also a straight line, they intersect at the point O. Okay. Angle ROQ is X degree. SOQ is Y degree. Now then, what can be said about the angles X and Y? What can be said about the angles X and Y? Now, obviously, PQ and RS are straight lines intersecting at the point O. So definitely, angle X and Y are angles on the same side of the straight line RS. So they are obviously linear pair of angles, and also they are adjacent angles. Now let's see what are the options. X degree and Y degree are complementary angles. No, complementary angles means X plus Y is 90 degree. But in this case, we can clearly see X and Y are linear pair of angles. So their sum should be 180 degree. That is, X and Y are supplementary angles. Now it is given that 2X degree and 2Y degree are complementary angles. 2X degree and 2X are complementary angles, which means that 2 into X plus Y. Now B is saying that 2x degree plus 2y degree are complementary, that means it should be 90. So this implies 2x plus y equals 90. This implies x plus y equals 90 by 2 equals 45. No, this is false, because we clearly know x plus y will be supplementary, because x and y are a linear pair of angles, and the sum of linear pair of angles is always 180 degree. So A and B are definitely not true, they are false. X and Y degree are supplementary angles. Yes, this C is right. And 2x and 2y are supplementary angles. Now if 2x and 2y are supplementary angles, then x plus y will be 90 degree. No, so 2x and 2y are not supplementary angles. So definitely the answer is choice C, as x and y are supplementary angles, because clearly they are linear pair of angles. Okay, let's do problem number 5. Two angles are making a linear pair. Okay, so their sum should be 180 degree. Fine. If one of them is 1/3 of the other, then the angles are. Okay, so let the angles be since it is said that one angle is one third the other, let the angles be x and 3x. Now, since the angles are linear, pair, uh, x and 3x are linear pair, implies that they are supplementary. So x plus 3x equals 180 180. This implies 4x equals 180, and this implies x equals 180 divided by 4. This is 45. So x is, so the angles are definitely 45 degree. X is 45 and 3x will be how much will be 3x? 45 into 3, which is 135. So the angles are 45 degree and 135 degree. So the correct choice is C. Correct choice is C. Okay. Let's do problem number 6. We have a figure in problem number 6. Okay. In the above figure, three lines A, B, C, D and PQ, A, B, C, D and PQ, A, B, C, D and PQ all intersect at the point O. Okay. Angle AOQ, which is X, angle BOD is Y. Okay. Angle COP is Z. If X and Y, angle X and Y are complementary angles, then angle Z is. It is said that X and Y are complementary angles, then it is asking about the type of angle Z. X and Y are complementary angles. Now, whenever as I already said, whenever you see two intersecting lines, you must always first consider the vertically opposite angles and also the linear pair of angles. Now, we can, so in this problem there are three lines all intersecting at the point O. So basically we will have three pairs of vertically opposite angles. Now, from the lines, straight lines PQ, so we know that the lines PQ and CD are intersecting at the point O. So we can say that angle COP and angle QOD are vertically opposite angles. We can say this. Angle COP and angle QOD are vertically opposite angles because the line CD and PQ intersect at the point O. So this implies COP is equal to QOD, and they are equal to, since it is given angle COP is equal to Z, we have this. So we get that it is asking about the angle Z. This is asking about the angle Z. So angle QOD. So the angle, we have found that angle QOD is equal to Z. Okay. Now, also we can see that the angles now x degree, not actually x degree, it is better to say angle x, angle y and angle QOD are on same side of line AB, of the straight line AB at the point O on AB. So this implies angle XY and angle QOD are all angles on the same side of the line AB, which means their sum will be 180 degree. So this implies X plus Y plus QOD is equal to 180. Now this implies QOD we have found Z. So Z plus X plus Y is equal to 180 degree. Now this implies X and Y are said to be complementary angles. If it is given that if X degree and Y degree are complementary angles, then the angle Z is. Now since X and Y are complementary angles, we can say that X plus Y will be 90. So Z plus 90 equals to 180. This implies Z equals to 180 minus 90, that is 90. So Z is 90 degree. So the options are acute, no, Z is 90 degree, not acute. Obtuse, no, not obtuse. Right angle, yes, right angle means 90 degree. So the answer is choice C. Okay, let's do question number 7. Question number 7 is also is given a figure. It says in the above figure, rays OB and OA stands on the line CD at point O. Okay, at point O. So CD is a straight line given, an angle and ray OB is standing on the line CD at the point O, and also the ray OA is standing on the line CD at the point O. Fine. Angle AOD is equals to angle angle BOD equals to y degree. Angle BOC is equal to BOC. Angle BOC is equal to x degree. Then the ratio x is to y is. Now please note that even though it is not said, it is not written in the question, but the diagram shows that angle the ray OB, from the diagram it is clearly, we can see that ray OB is perpendicular to ray OA, because this sign, whenever we have this, means 90 degree. So we can clearly see OB is perpendicular to OA. So this implies angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. Okay. It has asked the ratio of x is to y. Also we can see that since CD is a straight line and OB is a ray standing on the line CD at the point O, we can say that y and x are linear pair of angles lying on the same side of the straight line CD. So we have y plus x, a linear pair, sum of linear pair of angles is 90 degree. We have y plus x equals 180. Y plus x is 180. Y plus x is 180. Now, also please note that this is one result we got. Angle AOB is 90 degree. Angle AOB is 90 degree. Now also note that angle AOB and angle BOD and angle AOD are three angles around the point O, and we know that sum of all angles around the point O is always 360 degree. So this implies angle AOB plus angle BOD plus angle AOD is equal to 360 degree. Now angle AOB is 90 degree. We have already found, since OB is perpendicular to A, it is given, it is obvious from the figure. So 90 degree plus angle BOD, angle BOD is nothing but y degree, and angle AOD is also y degree, is equal to 360 degree. Now if I ignore the degree, we have 90 plus 2y equals 360. This implies 2y equals 360 minus 90. This is 270. This is 270. This implies y equals 270 by 2. This is 135. Y is 135 degree. Okay. Now y is 135 degree. Now from the equation 1, that x plus y equals to 90 degree, from 1 and the fact that y equals to 135 degree implies x plus y equals to 90 degree and y is 135 degree. This implies x equals to 180 degree minus 135 degree. This is equal to 45 degree. So x is 40. Y is actually not 135 degree but 135, and of course x is 180 minus 135, which is 45. So x is 45 and y is 135. This implies that the ratio x is to y is equal to 45 is to 135, and I guess 45 divides 135 with 3. So this is 1 is to 3. Okay, 1 is to 3 should be the answer. Okay, so the answer is choice D is the answer. Choice D is the answer. Okay, let's do question number 8. Question number 8 says that an angle x degree is complementary to itself. An angle x degree is complementary to itself. What value of y will make the angle 3x plus y degree supplementary to 35 degree? What value of y will make the angle 3x plus y degree supplementary to 35 degree? Now supplementary to 35 degree is 180 degree minus 35. So whatever that angle is, that should be equal to 3x plus y. Now, okay, so we'll make the angle 3x plus y degree supplementary to 35. Now, supplementary to 35 degree is equal to 180 degree minus 35 degree, which is 145 degree, which is 145 degree. So this implies, as per the given problem, it is saying that what value of y will make the angle 3x plus y degree supplementary to 35. Supplementary to 35 is 145. This means we must have 3x plus y equals to 145. Now we can only find y if we know x. Now what is given about x? Angle x is complementary to itself, which means angle x is complementary to itself means x plus x is 90. This means 2x equals 90. This implies x equals 90 by 2. This is 45. 6 is 45. So now we can say that if this is 1, equation 1, we have got 3x plus y equals to 145. So from 1 and x equals to 45 implies that y equals to 145 minus 3x, that is 3 into 45. Now this is 145 minus 45 into 3 is 135. This is equal to 10. So y should be 10. Okay. So answer is choice B. Answer is choice B. Okay, let's do question number 9. Question number 9 also has a figure. It says that in the above figure, lines AB and CD intersect at the point O. Okay. Angle BOC is 50 degree. Angle DOA is x degree. DOA equals to AOE x degree, and angle EOC is z degree. Then the value of z is, okay. The figure is quite explanatory. The main thing is that AB and CD are straight lines intersecting at the point O. Okay. So if that is so, if AB and CD are straight lines intersecting at the point O, we can clearly say that x is we can say that angle AOD and angle BOC are vertically opposite. They are vertically opposite angles. Since AB is a line, CD is a line, and they intersect at the point O. So this implies angle AOD is given to be x. So this implies x equals to angle BOC, which is 50 degree. So x is 50. X is 50. Okay. Now if x is 50, fine. Now consider the line AB and the ray EO and OC. We can see that the angles x, z and 50 are on the same side of the line AB, formed by the line AB and the rays EO and OC at the point AO on the line AB. Rays OE and OC stands on the line AB at point O. So this implies that we know that sum of all angles on one side of a line, straight line, is 180 degree. So we must have x plus z plus 50 equals to 180. So this implies X we have already found to be 50. So 50 plus Z plus 50 equals 180. This implies Z plus 100 equals 180 degree. This implies Z equals 180 minus 100. This is equal to 80. So the question has asked the value of Z is. So the answer is choice D. Z is 80. Okay. Let's do question number 10. Question number 10, where is question number 10? Question number 10 is also has a figure. It says in the above figure, lines AB and CD intersect at the point O. Okay, so AB and CD are lines intersecting at the point O. Ray OD is perpendicular to ray OC. Okay. Angle AOD is y degree, angle AOD is 30 degree, angle BOC is 3x degree, angle AOD is y degree. Okay. Then angle y degree is complementary to angle. Then angle y degree is complementary to angle. So we have to find the complementary angle to y. So for that we have to find y. We have to find y. AB and CD are straight lines intersecting at the point O, and also it is given that OD, ray OD is okay. So we have given that OD, the ray OD is perpendicular to ray OC. This implies that angle DOC is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now okay. Now also we can see that angle AOD and angle BOC are vertically opposite angles from the fact that line AB and line CD is intersecting at the point O. So this implies that angle BOC is equal to angle AOD. This implies angle BOC is given to be 3x degree. So we have 3x equals to AOD is given to be 30 degree. So we have 3x equals to 30. This implies x equals 30 by 3. This is equal to 10. So x is 10. X is 10. Now we actually do not need then angle y degree is complementary to angle. Now to find y, we actually do not need I mean x we can clearly see that 30 degree plus y plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. Now I'm not sure why at all the 3x is given. Now we can clearly see that since CD is a line, straight line, and OD and OA, ray OA, OD stands on the line, CD at point O on the same side. This is important, on the same side of line CD. Now this clearly says we have three angles formed on the upper left side of the line CD. This clearly says that 30 degree plus y degree plus angle COD should be equal to 180 degree. The angle 30 degree, that is the angle AOD, and angle AO. Wait a minute. Why there are two D? AB and CD intersect at the point O. Ray. Oh no. There is something wrong in the figure. AB and CD are lines intersecting at the point O is fine, but the fact that OD is perpendicular to OC, that is wrong. That ray OD, D should be something else. I think it should be E. So then angle y degree is complementary to angle. There is nothing told about x. So the x 3x degree, the angle BOC is not even required. So the correct diagram, I think, should have been like this. So we have the line A, we have the line AB, and we can see and we have the line in the above figure, lines AB and CD. So definitely AB and CD are lines, AB and CD are lines intersecting at the point O, and it is also given this point, I guess, should be OE, the ray OE, and this is perpendicular, that is fine, and it is given this is 30 degree, this is 30 degree, and this is y degree, then it is asking the angle y degree is complementary to angle. The angle is complementary to angle 30 degree. It is obvious. 30 degree. Why? I mean, see, the question is, okay, so this is angle given 3x. I have no idea why this x is required. Now, so in this figure, so this should be the correct figure, and it is given that OE is perpendicular to OC. So this implies that angle EOC equal to 90 degree. Fine. Now also we can see that angle 30 degree, that is angle AOD and angle AOE and EOC are on the same side of the straight line CD. So this implies we can also have 30 degree plus y degree plus the angle EOC, that is 90 degree, is equal to 180 degree. Now from this we can see that 30 degree plus y degree is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. This is equal to 90 degree. Now if 30 degree plus y degree is equal to 90 degree, this implies that 30 degree and y degree, whatever that y is complement to each other. So definitely angle 30 degree is the complementary angle to y. So therefore the correct choice is D. But so I'm sorry, there was two error. I might have made some mistake in drawing the figure. So the ray OD, which is perpendicular to ray OC, should have been the ray OE, and I have no idea why the angle BOC is given, that is 3x. I can see there is no role of x in this problem. Anyway, let's move on to the next problem, that is question number 11. Question number 11 is another figure. It says, in the above figure, lines AB and CD intersect at the point O. Lines AB and CD intersect at the point O. Okay. Angle AOB. Angle AOB. Sorry, angle AOC is A. It is given that angle AOC is A. Angle AOD is D. Angle BOD is C, and angle BOC is equal to B. Okay, so we have two intersecting straight lines, CD and AB, intersecting at the point O, and we have some vertically opposite angles. So A and C are vertically opposite angles and B and D are vertically opposite angles. Fine. Then which of the following is not correct? Then which of the following is not correct? Let's see one by one. A. Angle A plus angle B, it is saying that is equal to 180 degree. I mean, they are supplementary, angle A and angle B. Angle A and angle B. Angle A and angle B are 180 degree supplementary. This is true because this is true. This is true. Because angle A and B are linear pair of angles. That is, the angle A is angle AOC and angle B is angle BOC, and these angles are lying on the same side of the they lie on the same side of the straight line AB, and they are forming linear pairs. So definitely we know that sum of linear pair of angle is 180 degree. So angle A plus angle B is 180 degree. This is true. So the question has asked, then which of the following is not correct? We have to choose the choice which is not correct. That is, it is false. We have to choose the choice. We have to select the choice which is false. Angle B, choice B is saying angle A plus angle D equals to angle C plus angle B. Angle A and D are not vertically opposite angles. C and B. Now we know that angle A equals angle C, and we know that angle B equals angle D. Now, okay, so definitely this will imply, of course, that angle A plus angle D equals, instead of angle A, I will write angle C, and instead of angle D, I will write angle B. So this is true. So this is true. This is also true. Angle A plus angle D is equal to angle C plus angle B. This is coming from the fact that angle A and C are vertically opposite angles, and angle B and D are vertically opposite angles. Let's see choice C. Choice C is saying that angle B plus angle D equals 180 degree. Angle B and angle D are supplementary angles. Angle B and angle D are supplementary angles. No, this is not necessarily true. Angle B and angle D are equal. They are vertically opposite angles, but it is not necessarily true that their sum will be 180 degree. So this is false. So this choice C should be the answer. But let's anyway check what is choice D. What is choice D saying? It is saying that angle B equals to angle D. Of course, angle B is equal to angle D because they are vertically opposite angles. So the answer is, we have to select the choice which is not correct. So answer is choice C. Okay. Let's do problem number 12. Problem number 12. A diagram is given. In the above figure, points P, O and Q are collinear. Okay, so if P, O and Q are collinear, that means they lie on the same line, which means that POQ is a straight line. And of course, O is in between P and Q. Okay. And we can see there are two rays, OS and OR, on the line, standing on the line PQ at the point O, and some angles are given. Angle QOR is 3y, angle SOR is 2y, and angle POS is 30 degree. Now what is it saying? The angle QOR is, it is asking about the nature of the angle QOR. What is QOR? QOR is 3y. Okay, so we can clearly see that all the angles, angle QOR, angle SOR, and angle POS are on the same side of the line PQ. They are on the same side of the line PQ. So this implies that we must have angle QOR plus sum of all angles on the made on the same side of the straight line are is 180 degree. So we have angle QOR plus angle SOR plus angle POS equals 180 degree. This implies, what is angle QOR? QOR is given as 3y degree. So we have 3y plus SOR. SOR is given to be 2y degree. So we have 2y plus POS is given to be 30 degree. So we have 30. We have this equal to 180. So this implies, if we do simplify both the left hand side and the right hand side and bring all the constant terms to the right hand side, I get 5y equals 180 minus 30, which is 150. So this implies y equals 150 divided by 5. This is 30. So angle QOR, what is angle QOR? So angle QOR is 3y. This is 3 into 30, that is 90. Angle QOR is 90 degree. So the correct choice is right angle, that is choice C. Okay, let's do question number 13. Question number 13 says there is a figure. In the above figure, ADAOB is a straight line. Okay, BOC, and we can see on the straight line there is a ray OC standing on the line AB at the point O, and it is given angle BOC is x degree, angle AOC is y degree. Okay, so we have x and y as linear pair of angles. Study the following statements S1 and S2. Study the following statements S1 and S2. S1 is saying x degree and y degree. I mean the angles x and y are linear pair of angles. Yeah, sure, they are linear pair of angles. S2, the statement S2 is saying x and y are adjacent angles. X and y are, of course, they are also adjacent angles. So then the choices are S1 and S2 are true. S1 is true, S2 is false. S1 is false, S2 is true. S1 and S2 are false. Okay, so S1 and S2 both are true because S1 says x and y are linear pair of angles. Of course they are, because OC, the ray OC is standing on the line AB at the point O. So on the same OC is the ray OC is standing on the line AB at the point O, which is making the angles y and x, and so definitely y and x are linear pair of angles, and linear pair of angles are, of course, they are adjacent angles. So both S1 and S2 are true. Okay, so the answer is both are true. So choice A. Okay. Let's see question number 14. Okay, so we also have a figure. In the above figure, lines PQ and ST intersect at the point O. Okay, so PQ and ST are straight lines intersecting at the point O. Okay, and some angles are given, like SOQ is given as Z, TOQ is given as Y, ROT is given as X, and it is also given that OR is perpendicular. Okay, so let's, from the figure, let's try to see what results we can get. So it is the figure says that ray OR is perpendicular to ray OP. This implies that angle ROP is equal to 90 degree. This is one fact we got. What else? PQ and ST are straight lines intersecting at the point O. So we can have vertically opposite angles. Let's try to figure out the vertically opposite angles. Now, angle TOQ and angle POS are vertically opposite angles. This implies angle TOQ equals to angle POS. This implies equals Y. Their Y degree. What is the question? Then the angle Z is equal to, we have to, okay, and it is also given X is to Y is 3:2. Okay, X is to Y is 3:2. It is given that X is to Y is given as 3:2. So we have to find the value of Z. This is the question. Okay. X is to Y is given. X is to Y is given. Okay, so this is fine. Now we know that angle POR is 90 degree. We know angle POR or ROP is 90 degree. Now this implies, since this implies that angle ROQ should be equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. Why? Because the angle POR, the ray OR is standing on the line PQ at the point O, which means that angle POR and angle ROQ are linear pair of angles. So their sum should be equal to 180 degree. Now angle POR is given to be 90 degree. So obviously angle ROQ is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree. This is equal to 90 degree. Now what is angle ROQ? Angle ROQ is nothing but X plus Y, angle X plus Y. So we get X plus Y equals 90. Now it is given that X is to Y equals 3:2. 3:2. Now here your concepts of ratio will come into play. You know that if X plus Y is 90, sum of two quantities is given, and the ratio of those two quantities are also given, which is in this case 3:2. We know that from here we can use direct formula. If you have not watched my videos on ratio and proportion on the chapter ratio and proportion, I highly suggest that you watch all the videos on the chapter ratio and proportion. I have covered extensively all the concepts, theories, and I've solved all the problems from the exercise from the book of author R.S. Aggarwal, and also I have, I guess, 2 practice test paper. Anyway, so now we can say that X will be equal to 3 by 3 plus 2 into the sum of x plus y, which is 90. So what is the formula? X equals to the actual value of x is equal to the term x is to y, the first term, the term corresponding to x divided by the sum of the terms, and the whole multiplied by the quantity of x plus y. So this is equal to 3 by 5 into 90. This is equal to how much? 90 divides 16. 16. X plus y is 90 degree. Okay. 3 is to 2. X is to y is 3 is to 2. Okay. So 3 by 5. So this is 48. And the y will be the term corresponding to y in the ratio, that is 2 divided by sum of the terms in the ratio and whole multiplied by the sum of the two quantities, that is x plus y, which is 90. This is 2 by 5 into 90, which is 32. 32. How come? The sum is coming to be sorry, this is not 48, but 90 divided by 5, how much is that? 18. So this is 54. And this is 32. Okay, y is 32. So now the sum is 90. No? This is not 32. This is 36. So we have found x and we have found y. It is asking about z. It is asking about z. So we have found y is 36. Now also see that y and z are linear pair of angles because the ray OQ is standing on the line is T at the point O. So angle SOQ and angle QOT are linear pair of angles. So this implies that z plus y should be equal to 180 degree since they are linear pair of angles. So this implies z, y we have already found to be 36 equals 180. So this implies z equals to 180 minus 36. This is 144. 144 z. Yeah, it should be 144. So okay, so the choice is, the answer is choice B. B is the correct choice. Z, the value of z is the angle z is 144 degree. Okay, let's do question number 15. Question number 15, there is a figure. It says in the above figure, DOC is a straight line. Okay, ray OB is perpendicular to OA. Ray OB is perpendicular to ray OA. Angle DOB is 130 degree. Angle DOA is x degree. Then find x. Okay, so so CD is a straight line. CD is a straight line, and we have two rays standing on the line CD at the point O, that is OB and OA. So it is given that ray OB is perpendicular to ray OA. So this implies the angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now also the angle 130 degree angle DOB and angle BOC are linear pairs, a linear pair, because they lie on the same side of the straight line DC. This implies This implies angle DOB, and we know that the sum of linear pair of angles is 180 degree. So their sum should be 180 degree. Angle DOB plus angle BOC is equal to 180 degree. Now angle DOB is given to be 130 degree. So we have 130 degree plus angle BOC equals 180 degree. So this implies angle BOC is equal to angle 180 degree minus angle 130 degree, which is angle 50 degree. Angle BOC is 50 degree. Now also see that angle BOC and angle AOC are complementary angles because angle AOD is perpendicular, angle AOB is 90 degree, and of course the ray OC. And angle BOC and angle AOC are adjacent angles. So we must have our complementary angles. So this implies that angle BOC plus angle AOC equals to 90 degree. Now angle BOC we have found to be 50 degree. So this implies 50 degree plus angle AOC equals 90 degree. So this implies angle AOC equals 90 degree minus 50 degree. This is 40 degree. So angle AOC is 40 degree. Angle AOC is 40 degree. Now we also see that angle AOC and x degree are linear pair. Why? Because the angle AOD, which is x degree, and angle AOC are on the same side of the straight line DC, and they are forming the angles angle AOD and angle AOC at the same point O. So this implies angle AOC plus x degree is equal to 180 degree. So this implies angle AOC we have found to be 40 degree plus x degree equals to 180 degree. So this implies that 40 plus x equals 180. This implies x equals 180 minus 40, which is for 140. So x is 140. So find x. X is 140. So the correct choice is D. Okay. So this brings to an end of solving the practice test paper 2. So finally, I thought that since I am making for all the chapters, I am making 2 practice test papers. So I thought that I should maintain that and also prepare another test paper for on the chapter lines and angles. So I prepared this test paper number 2 and solved it. I hope all the set of problems, even though the practice test paper 1 and 2, you might see similar problems, but if you do these 2 test papers problems and also all the problems from the exercise, then they are well enough good to build your to build a good foundation and concept on the chapter lines and angles. So I hope this video was beneficial to you. If so, then please like it, share it with your friends, and also please once again support me by subscribing to my channel, and please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So this video brings an end to the chapter lines and angles, and tomorrow I will start the chapter on parallel lines. So yeah, that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.